Hello, I'm executive producer Roger Lozenge, and I'm joined, as always, by executive producer Arthur Smegma.
Oh, what film are we? Which film are we talking about now?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh,
The Curse of the Black Pearl.
the curse of the fucking film. I can tell you that. That was.
It's funny how many of these projects just, they start off sounding so innocent.
Is it funny? Because it's my life, and I just one tragic project after one tragic project after one tragic project. Is it really that funny to you? I mean, where do we begin? Where do we begin?
Well, the leading man himself, Johnny Depp. What was the name you gave him?
Johnny out of his depth.
Out of his depth. Yeah.
Jesus, what a loser. We're going to be revealing some secrets here to people that aren't known in Hollywood, but Johnny Depp is known as a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Like,
and a flake.
And he was already dressed as the pirate. That's why we hired him. Then we pushed him overboard, and he can't swim.
Floundering about.
And we're like, Johnny, to the depths of the ocean, you fucking loser.
People feel like Johnny out of his depth was
nice.
Yeah, and they feel like he was born to do this role, like he's perfect. But there was a number of high profile names.
Oh yes, yeah. My favourite was Stephen Hawkins.
Yes, Stephen Hawkins.
He came in, did a read.
That was very
really
surprising.
Good. Like when you hear like some of the lines, like "I'm Captain Jack Sparrow," like that's how I imagined it in my head when I read the script. Because I can't read, so I have to get Microsoft Sound to read it out to me. And it was the same voice, so I just thought,
perfect.
This is the guy that I had in my head, you know?
He couldn't swim.
No, you couldn't. No, if you push that wheelchair into the sea, that guy is not getting back out again.
And we did do that.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if you're going to do it to Johnny Depp, you're going to do it to Stephen Hawkins, aren't you?
Help me, I am drowning.
And it's funny. You know, and the voice box start breaking.
And
still laughing about it now.
We fished him out in the end, but
we had to get a local fishing boat to get the nets and cast it in and like pick him up out. And
he wasn't the same after that.
No, he wasn't.
He was so animated before,
and obviously that, and he wasn't happy with that. And if I'm all honest, yes, it was a big blockbuster film, but we had to pay for a lot of CGI and stuff, so we couldn't afford disabled ramps onto the ship. So we had to just leave him at the port in the Caribbean, and we never came back. So hope he's all right.
Telling people about the Big Bang, probably.
And the other star, and I say that with apostrophe hyphens or whatever. No, I say that with speech. With commas, no, with full
with speech marks,
exclamation marks.
Yes.
Movie star Orlando, Florida. He came with his own complications as well because he's a good-looking dude. He's a good-looking dude, but he knows it, and
he does. He flaunts it,
and he loves it, and he loves himself. So he's got that famous kissing scene with Keira Knightly, and she was well looking forward to it. She was like, she was like,
"Oh, Gerald, I can't wait to kiss Orlando, Florida. He's so sexy."
But he was less excited about it, and he, in his contract, which we didn't realise, he'd written up his own contract, and we all signed it, that he would be kissing himself, which is, I don't know how we thought that would happen, like whether we had the technology to clone him.
It was complicated. It was very complicated to film.
It had a simple solution. We just had to get a mirror and put it up to reflect himself. And he was like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm down for this.
Yes.
And he loved it. He absolutely loved it. He started like grabbing its crotch and like rubbing its nipples.
Full length mirror, of course.
Oh, definitely. Right, top to bottom. And he started stripping. He had to be like, Orlando, no. That's just your reflection. And that kept happening because he kept catching reflection on like the back of spoons and stuff like that. And he kept just like jacking off to the back of a spoon and into the sea.
He was like, give me a mirror with a hole in it.
And, he'd be a real irritating kind of guy, and he'd say, "Go fuck yourself, Orlando," and he'd go, "I wish." So in the end, what you see with the intense kiss between him and Keira Knightly is him just kissing a mirror, and we just CGI'd Keira Knightly in and dubbed her over with Helen Mirren.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best decisions of the film.
Oh, definitely. Because I remember with the kissing scene, she had to dub it over herself, and it was just a bit weird. So like That's the kind of sounds that she makes when she makes out, and
Guttural.
it's just very good. Like,
Audiences just didn't respond to it very well.
no, they didn't. But the film obviously skips out. It's based on the ride.
Yes. I know exactly what you're going to say.
Yeah, which we all love and know, and we've all had a great experience there. But the film skipped out on the rape and pillaging scene, which I absolutely love. I love it when the pirates get on board your ship and they start like... Because I went with my mum when I was about 10. The pirates get on board and they start like feeling her up and shit and like being like, ooh, she's a nice one, she's a nice one. And I'd be like, take her. She abuses me.
I thought that was the point of the ride, of the story, of the narrative, the rich narrative raping and pillaging world they built.
Well, you read anything about pirates, they're not there singing yo-ho, yo-ho, we're all skeletons. They're saying, fucking, I'm gonna fucking kill you and your fucking family.
She's gonna be bleeding. Speaking of reading, they didn't leave out the raping and pillaging in the lesser-known novelisation.
Oh, the novelisation is wonderful.
Yeah.
Like 30 solid pages of raping and pillaging and murder and sodomy.
You can smell the sweat and the musty rum.
Oh, the language that Stephen King uses is just next level.
Pulsating.
It's hot, it's erotic. It's exactly how I think rape and pillaging is.
This Week in Film.
So, this week you're in for a bit of a treat, if I may say so.
A little bit of a masterclass from the masters.
Yeah. Sex scenes.
I still can't laugh.
No.
Still can't stop laughing about it. It's a naughty subject, isn't it?
It's
funny.
taboo. It's a bit raunchy. It's always a capricious event on the set.
It's always a bit giggly, a bit funny. But,
a bit
we're the masters
a
of
bit
sex.
slimy. Yeah. We know everything.
Everything about I know butt, fanny, mouth, titties,
dog, cat,
bird, tree stump, hole in the ground, a pond, various toys in my dick hole.
Well, you are the premier sex scene consultant in the industry, aren't you?
I mean, I don't want to blow my own horn.
It's an unofficial title, but it's unofficially official. Unofficially
it's
official.
on my LinkedIn,
Yeah.
and I'm hired for quite a lot about the sex scene, so I know a lot about them. I know a lot about them. And they're fun. They're, people get quite awkward about it, and I suppose so we come in quite like heavy-handed because if you got Helen Mirren there being like, I'm a famous woman and I'm a bit sort of nervous about
I don't want all these people
like,
saying
fucking is great. Fuck.
Yeah,
we kind of got to hammer it home, like, get them used to hearing these kinds of ideologies like fuck, fanny, cunt, shaft, cum, pubic hair, pubic mound, spittle. There's a lot of spittle in sex. I know no one really sort of appreciates how much spittle is involved. You're making out, you pull back. There's gonna be a big string of spittle, taint.
And that's what you want to zoom in on.
Yeah,
that's
you want to really focus on the spittle and the taint. Spittle on taint is the hottest thing you can ever get. That's a fact. Little masterclass tip for you.
Is that an official Arthur Smegma?
Arthur Smegma, if you want to get your film financed by me, show me a taint with spittle on it.
And sometimes it's not just the women who are a bit shy. The men can be like, well, I don't want to look like I'm not performing very well. And you just have to grab them by the dick and yank them. And so, in there.
We had to have Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
We had to get pretty because he was sort of like, but my willy's really small.
Yeah, because he's a short guy, and that translates all through his body.
Yeah, and and it was hard to grab it, but we grabbed it, we yanked it in.
Yeah, we had to use pliers.
And he was like, "Wait, do I have to penetrate?" And we're like, "Of course you're gonna have to penetrate."
Do you know what sex is?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what Scientology is all about or what it's like, but sex is full on penetration, and
probably some sort of like mind sex.
Yeah, or like some sort of like they suck themselves off.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no, but sex is pure penetration. That's what we want from our films.
Get in there.
We can film it all classy, like a classic James Bond where it's just sort of like, ooh. But that dude is raw hogging. Raw hogging. They're fucking.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Fully inseminated.
Oh, absolutely. The amount, that's why, abortions are so huge in Hollywood because, we insist and, like you say, that, I might be the premier sex person, but I want to raise you up as well. Like we're both we're tied in, and we're all about the realism.
Well, one thing we do like to do is, there's a common thing that athletes quite often do is they syringe some blood out of themselves, and then a few days later, once their blood cells are regenerated, they'll inject them back in, and they have like more blood, and they're more powerful. What we like to do is inject into the testicles, draw out semen, wait for the body to produce more, and then inject that back in.
Yeah, so they're virile.
Yeah,
they're virile. We want virile. Sex scenes in Hollywood is a lot more sort of very similar to like breeding dogs or horses and stuff. Like you got to pair them up right. So you want to make sure that actors and actresses, they pair up right. You want to make sure that the male is virile and the woman is, right in the midst of right in the midst of the whole I don't know the words. I'm not a woman. What's it called when they can have babies and shit?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Not the menopause.
No, that's that. Once they hit the menopause, they're over the hill.
They're gone.
They're not in a sexy enough. I don't want to see that. I mean, Helen Mirren's lucky.
Who does?
I know, it's just gross. Like, I don't do it. I don't involve myself in women over the age of 45. So I expect, most of the population would be the same.
Yeah.
I mean, 45, that's me being kind of like soft. I mean, 27 is really the sort of cut off.
You're usually quite reasonable with your ages.
every hole's a goal.